What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we're back in the world of the first Descendant. Today we just got a new update, the dev note volume number 10, which breaks down a lot of different things. This is going to be gameplay focused things that happened since the last beta. This is shaping up to be a pretty big update, so I'm going to break it down in this video. Don't want to waste too much time, so let's dive right on in. If this video do help you out though guys, consider leaving me a like or subscribing to the channel. Likes really help get this video out to other players, so hit that like for me. And yeah, let's begin. Greetings Descendants, this is the first Descendant dev team. In this dev note, as mentioned in dev note volume 8, we like to tell you about our progress with the mission gameplay content improvements. As previously announced, in preparation for the launch, the dev team has changed the structure of rules of the field. To accommodate these changes, the dev team is in process of redeveloping missions, content, and monster placement. Given the missions are the most integral part of the first Descendants co-op PvE experience, various improvements are in development to bring tangible change and more fun gameplay. To this end, we are working diligently on noticeable improvements, from meticulously enhancing mission UI and UX to introducing new features such as instance dungeons. In this dev note, we want to share our current progress in as much detail as possible. Instance dungeons. The biggest change pertaining to mission gameplay is adding instance dungeons. Not only are instance dungeons intended to offer convenient mission gameplay, but our goal is to guarantee content volume and variety. Specifically, in addition to intercept battles, we aim to establish instance dungeons as in-game content to allow a variety of gameplay for many players. Both single player and co-op gameplay are supported, and the difficulty level can be adjusted according to number of participants. First of all, the instance dungeon is called Reclamation Operations in-game. We can enter it through the terminal in Albion. You can also enter dungeons through mission beacons in the field. As shown, there are normal and hard difficulty settings. Both difficulty settings use the same map, but there's a big difference in the actual gameplay and the content system. While clearing given missions is the focus of normal difficulty, hard difficulty is a mode with a stronger in-game character, providing a bigger challenge and offering distinct rewards based on how the level is cleared. As shown in the screenshot above, players whose goal is not to just clear dungeons can select additional difficulty options to aim for higher rewards. We want to provide players with the enjoyment of working closely together in a party to brave higher difficulties. In addition, we worked hard to make strategic gameplay more fun by introducing new hidden mechanics and traps. Our goal is to establish reclamation operations. Instance dungeons is a key component of the first Descendant through its improvements of difficulty, strategy, and challenging tasks. So what I'm hearing is they are putting a heavier emphasis on dungeons and just doing more dungeon focused content. I think this is actually pretty healthy and a step in the right direction. I really want to see like raiding content, much more like quantity of like Descendants within a mission and just going off against big bosses, like a full-fledged mission, but with like in-game bosses, something like Destiny raids or whatever it's called in Destiny. I don't recall what they're called, but I would love to see that kind of content added to the first Descendant, where your build matters and you like work together to do like some really cool missions. And it looks like it may be that like direction that they're going into for the game. Next, we have matchmaking system improvements. A private option has been added to matchmaking, which many requested during the previous crossplay open beta test. In an intercept battle or a dungeon, you can play alone or in a party using the private matchmaking option. When playing alone, you will be entered immediately, and when in party, the party leader will select a private option and then enter with the party members. This is such a healthy change. This is one of the best changes. This is super quality of life. Furthermore, the close option has been added to the matchmaking screen. Previously, the player had the inconvenience of having to remain on the screen until matchmaking was completed, but now you can close the screen to resume your gameplay. When the matchmaking screen is closed, the HUD indicates the matchmaking progress. If you start a new matchmaking process from another void battle or dungeon, the previous one will be cancelled. Next, we have mission gameplay UX improvements. Beyond the ability to request support from other players, as announced in the previous dev note for field improvements, we developed further solutions for a better gameplay experience. Among these are improvements to mission functionality. For instance, in missions requiring interaction with multiple objectives or objects, not being able to interact with these objects simultaneously became a problem. To correct this, now when there are various targets within a mission, you can interact with multiple objects simultaneously and see them at a glance from the UI. Furthermore, we improved the visibility of information such as mission tracking and status notification on the user interface. To make the mission gameplay more fun, we also made overall improvement to the monster AI. We are actively making details improvements such as the monster's ability to distract the player when in battle and their movement when hiding or taking cover. One more thing also sparked a lively discussion among the dev team. It was about how to resolve situations where there isn't enough ammo. We wish to reserve the sense of excitement and tension from having to manage the rounds resourcefully, but avoid the feeling of frustration. To that end, we implemented support droids in key locations within camps, dungeons, and fields to provide players with additional rounds. So this is just like an outpost that's near missions to give you ammo. This was actually a pretty big problem in the closed beta, so this is a nice improvement. New content, more new content. Wow, I didn't expect to see that. New content, special operation research blocking. We like to announce some new content to be added at launch. First, after the current mine blocking and resource defense, there is a new special operation bearing the dev codename research blocking. It offers a new fun experience that stands apart from the standard extermination objective. To elaborate on the concept currently in the works, as the codename suggests, the mission is to stop Vulgus, which infiltrate the continent of Ingress, from conducting secret research. The Vulgus researchers that appear in the applicable mission do not engage in battle, but as monsters possessing specialized abilities who were granted a secret mission. They carry out research and experiment. To protect these Vulgus researchers, a large number of Vulgus legions are deployed. The player's mission is to eliminate these monsters and to locate the Vulgus researcher to halt their progress. Interesting. More new content, we have achievements and titles. Achievements and titles have been added. This is our plan to present various activities within the game in the form of achievements. We would like you to experience the fun of attaining achievements as you progress through the missions. On top of the satisfaction of making achievements, we plan to offer various rewards. One such reward is obtaining a title that can be used within the game. Titles can be attained through achievements, and because they are formed by combining a prefix and a suffix, you can show off your achievement by making a wide variety of fun titles. I actually talked about this in one of the dev note. I think dev note 6, when they talked about adding it. I said this would be a really nice way to like unlock titles, and look like they're taking the feedback. Maybe they were already gonna do it, but glad to see that some of the ideas are coming to light. Really cool. For next, we have new content in the form of laboratories. Finally, we like to introduce a different kind of new content. It is the laboratory. As you already know, there are many diverse characters and various equipments like firearms and modules in the first Descendant. It is very important to try out different combination of modules and equipment to compare their performance, but having to do it within the game has immediately been inconvenient. Is this training dummies? The dev team has concluded that the inconvenience should be done away with. We now offer you a new space designated as the laboratory within Albion. In the laboratory, you can change descendants and different equipment you own to test your performance. You can also summon monsters to battle to verify the results firsthand. Even after launch, we continue to improve this functionality to provide convenient gameplay. We hope this feature will help all descendants with your growth and your diverse build. Yeah, this is like insane. This is so good. This is one of the best features any dev team can put in any game, is giving us the ability to test our goddamn equipment. Why this takes so long for so many dev teams to put in and some still don't put it in? I'm glad the first Descendant is doing it, because obviously they recognize the need for a training dummy. But yeah, this is super big. It's gonna make my build videos so much easier. In this dev note, we introduce new elements that will enrich your gameplay experience, from mission gameplay improvements to new features like instance dungeons, the laboratory, achievements, and titles. We are preparing these features to be ready for the upcoming additional tests, so please continue to give us a lot of feedback. The dev team is always looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you. So yeah, that is all we got from dev note 10. This is a really solid update, so it looks like we got a lot of stuff, more instance dungeons and more like customization on that. We got some updates on some of the matchmaking systems that was definitely needed. We got the huge improvements on the UI, making it easier to just do things in the world. And then of course, a lot of new content. And I'm specifically really excited about the training room. That's going to be super good for just like testing things so we know exactly what's good and what's not good. Anyway, this is another massive W for the first Descendant team. Nexon is killing it on these updates. And by the time this game actually comes out, whenever it does come out, the game is going to be unrecognizable compared to the previous beta. I'm super excited for the launch as well as the upcoming beta. Of course, I'm going to keep you guys up to date as soon as we get any information on that. There's going to be a video out within the hour. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave me that like, because that really helps the channel out. And I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon.